Cold Palmer today.
My boy, man.
Yeah, it was just, I mean, especially his second goal, it was absolutely phenomenal. How good a signing do you believe this young man has been, and how much better than we're seeing right now do you think there is? How much more is there to come from him as a player, in your opinion?
I don't have to say told you so, but told you so, Terry. You know, when we signed him, I was getting cooked. I spoke about him. If you guys go back to that vlog that we did at the time when we signed Palmer, literally everything that I said has come alive. You know, all the guy needed was the platform. The ability was always there at Man City if you watched him there, right? But goals, assists, it always involved in 90-minute games. He's always looking for the ball, being that driving force for us. Like I said, since he came into the team when we beat Brighton in the Carabao Cup, you know, we picked up some good form at that time. You know what I'm saying? He's a very important player for us, man. So he can reach a very high level, man. And hopefully he actually goes to the Euros as well, because I think he'll be really good to have in the England team. Do you know what I mean? When it comes to the creativity and even penalties.
Who would he replace?
His penalties as well. For me, boy, I need to think about that one, but he has to have a space. He has to have a space for England, man. Definitely. But he's a top player, man. Top player.
I'd take him over James Maddison.
You take him over Maddison?
Yeah, because
Maddison's fit.
Because one, Maddison.
Wow.
But I tell you why. Maddison is brilliant in the 10, but Jude Bellingham's playing in that position.
That's true.
Palmer can play 10. Palmer can play it wide if you need him to. He's more multifaceted in the way we play. So I would rather James Maddison's excellent, but he is not starting the games over Jude Bellingham as an example.
Southgate don't rate Maddison.
Yeah, it doesn't.
And it's not a dig. It's not a dig. I think he's really good, James Maddison. But I just look at Cole Palmer and I think there's more. I wouldn't even say balance to his game. He can just play multiple positions, really. You've also got to look at Rashford's position is really going to be up for scrutiny because he's having an awful season right now. So those are the two for me, Maddison and Marcus Rashford. That are the ones where I think their positions are under threat.
I'm glad everyone can see it now, because what I've always said when we signed him, I literally said he's so polished for a 21-year-old. This is why I don't really look at his age because of how good he is. And I'm happy that everyone else gets to see, especially all the Chelsea boys. Because for me, I like Palmer before he joined Chelsea. So yeah, man, just another performance, another good game. You know,
he scored that goal in the Community Shield, and that's when I could sort of see that light that he is going to be a quality player, because that goal in the Community Shield was quality. No chance Ramsdale was saving that. It was an absolute curler of a goal. What a goal that was. And that's when I sort of was like, yeah, this guy is going to get somewhere in his career.
You know, it is so I think today was
I like that.
Today was a good return to
form. That he takes accountability for his own attacking impetus. Like he likes to get off the ball. He always looks for the pass. He always looks for the shot when he can. He doesn't shy away from situations. That's what I like about him the most. And today, him being clinical is the reason why we got the 3 points, because no one else in the attack was trying to other than Madueke to a certain degree. He was okay today. His goal is a great finish, by the way. He was the only player trying to create as well as take shots on, and that's why I want to see Poch when he gets Mudryk in and Nkunku starting a solid front four. Now I want to see from now. Got 2 games now where he's been decent. The attack's been okay. Now you've got to build on from this against Fulham and against Preston, against Middlesbrough. So he's got a good opportunity now in the cup games to get the attackers warmed up, get a bit of chemistry, and Palmer playing that position works now. Get Mudryk back in, getting Nkunku, find a way for him as well. So don't keep going with Berger, because that guy,
I told you, crooks, bro.
Let me tell you this out. My standards are too high. UCL winners and all that good stuff. He probably needs to cut for a good 45 million. Give me a cheeky
45 million. 30, bruv. 30, but get 30.
25, 30 max.
We sold quite well.
45 million. Nah, Ches, you're taking the piss.
We can get Albanian tax.
I'll get 45.
Ches, you would have got 45 if we sold him after he finished at Southampton. Not now.
Not now.
Yeah, no, it's ACL.
And I'm going to say it now. Man United have got new people running we're not going to be that dumb anymore. We'd have done it. If Ed Woodward was still here, he'd find a way of doing it. But we've got a new regime now, so you ain't getting no more money off us for shit players. I'm telling you. But yeah, I think
clip that. Can someone clip that, please?
Cole Palmer's ridiculous, David. And I know you're not the biggest fan of youngsters when they're not quite ready, but this youngster looks ready.
When you're good enough, you're old enough. and right now he's proven to be good enough. So every game he's consistent. So I don't have any issue with him. It's the other youngsters I have an issue with. But what a difference it makes. Dude, I remember when people were telling me about Mason. What's Mason doing?
No goal in 2023, by the way. Not one goal in 2023.
Is he still injured, by the way?
Yes, he's still injured.
Where's he been?
He's still injured.
I told everyone that young kid don't have it. He doesn't have it. But Cole Palmer, he's got that little bit where you're like, oh, he's a bit different.
What a coincidence, though. Arsenal got rid of their head doctor, and now Man United have him, and now Noel can get off the hospital bed.
I think he's at Chelsea.
Also with Palmer, I don't know if you noticed, he kind of works with everyone. Like I haven't seen him not work with not one player. Even like today, Broja and him. Broja's the one who kind of gave him that ball. I think he's worked with everyone in that team.
Good enough. It's because he's good enough. You know, when this whole unlocking thing happens, it's true that you might need in a midfield partnership or a defensive partnership. You need the other person to complement you, so as a unit you work well. But I remember watching at my club. I'm not going to name the players, but get angry. But people making 5-yard passes and it going out of play. Yeah. No one needs to be unlocked for that. That's still on you. Like your individual display, like Bruno Fernandes needs to be played in the 10 to get the best out of him. But it doesn't excuse some of his poor passing and poor touches outside of that position. That's on him, the player. But people will defend it. Cole Palmer's doing well because he's a top talent. And of course he is. He's come through the best run club in the country. My hope is, this is not a dig. My hope is that Chelsea over the next couple of years don't ruin him. And I mean that he's English. I want him to do well for my nation. I just hope he doesn't get ruined. And I don't want you guys to get better, but at the same time, I don't want to see a player like him get burnt out and get ruined. And you know, like one reason or another, like Jack Grealish at Arsenal, if he'd have left a few years earlier and gone to another club, I think his life could have been different. Do you know what I mean? I just don't want to see something like that happen to Cole Palmer, really. In terms of what next, what's next, Ches, now for Chelsea? Is it just take it game by game, win? You've got obviously 2 big cup games coming up, semi-final, first leg. Like, what's next now for Chelsea after 2 wins on the bounce in the Prem?
Just you've got a good opportunity now to get a few wins under your belt in the cup game. So, like you just said, try and get the winning mentality back. If you can make it a few wins in a row, that'd be good. I'm not going to look too far ahead because we can't pretend. I'm not going to be delusional and say, yeah, let's go out and win the FA Cup. I need to see some wins first. I need to see a solid lineup. I need to see better changes from Poch, and then he can change the mindset of the fans. Because right now, everyone's not in 50-50. Most of us want him out or completely want him out. So he needs to do the most to get. See what I'm saying? So he needs to do the most to get a few wins.
Want him out completely.
Get the mentality back.
We're supposed to want him out.
What's his name? What's that?
Are you being Said?
Mickey Flanagan. Are you out? Are you out? Are you out?
I'm tired.
Are you Poch out or are you Poch out?
No, but do you know what I mean? Some people are like,
Poch fixed up.
People are like, I want him.
Yeah.
Get me like.
This is what it is. Some people want him out, like Don, but they won't say they want him out. They say I want him to fix up. Some people want him out, they just say it. Yeah.
No, Terry. Honestly, bro, I want him to fix up here because everyone here knows that I wanted. This is a guy that I wanted, but I don't owe the man no loyalty. He ain't won me nothing for me to be defending him here. If he's doing things correctly, I'll big him up. If he's doing things like today, I will criticize him. But I need him to fix up because they're not going to sack him right now. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, but do you want him in or completely in? That's what I'm not getting from.
Terry, we'll revisit this when they lose.
Right now, like I said, I need these results, man. But honestly, man, Poch needs to fix up. That's for me right now. The main thing is fix up Poch, man. Honestly,
I'm completely in, and I might be the only one. I'm the only. I think I might,
but not in.
Not in.
David,
that makes a change from the story you told me a couple of years ago. But anyway, we move on.
I think the smartest thing, as I said the other day, keep Poch and just let him do what he has to do for like 2 or 3 years. Genuinely, I don't care what happens. Leave him unless relegation is very close. Leave him in.
So whatever you think about
2 to 3 years, that's a long time.
But
yes, that is a long time.
But we need.
Whatever you think about performances, though, wins are going to help him. If he continues to win,
if he goes and wins the Carabao Cup, if he goes and wins the Carabao Cup, it helps him massively.
But That's what I've been saying, Andrew. Though, like if we're winning games, yeah, with him playing guys out of position, there's only so much I can say because he's still winning the games. But where he's doing these things and we're dropping points like consistently, that's when people are gonna have a problem with it. Do you know what I mean? But the reason why I've been a little bit lenient with him is because we still have injuries. I can't ignore that. You know, I'm not gonna be reactionary and say get him out. Because end of the day, we've got what 12 people injured again at the moment. It's long again. Do you know what I'm saying? So
can I ask you guys a question? It's to do with the game. I didn't think Gallagher had his best game for you today, but he has been one of your better performers this season. But he's the name that I keep seeing come up by the likes of Nazir Kinsella and other real respected Chelsea journalists that you're going to look to sell him in January if the offer's right. Is that sensible to get rid of someone that's been one of your best performers this year?
Yep.
Yes.
I'll take him.
I'll tell you why, Terry.
I think with the thing is with Gallagher, and I see him like, he's kind of like a sore thumb. Like I guess he does well here and there. He chased the ball here and there, but I think as a footballer itself, he's not at that level. You saw today, like he might make a good pass, but then the day he makes 3 horrible decisions, 3 horrible tackles, gets the yellow card, gets upset. He's not Chelsea quality for me. I think overall he's a decent player. Maybe he goes to lower team level, but not Chelsea level at the moment. And I think we should definitely sell him, but I don't think we will sell him. I think this Lavia injury, if Lavia keeps getting consistently injured, I don't think we'll have enough midfielders to kind of rotate to replace Gallagher. So I do think he'll probably stay till at least June, and then we can get rid of him there. But I'll definitely get rid of him instantly.
The only reason why Gallagher's performing this well is because he's literally been given every single game to play. If we get Lavia back and he plays in that position next to Caicedo, for example, or he finds a way to put Enzo in, we won't need a Gallagher in there to do that running around everywhere. We'll actually have people in their position. Right now, the reason why he stands out is because he's the only one in a position to make these tackles and run about.
But is he doing well though, Ches? Like, he doing well?
Say, in my opinion, he's still limited because today, for example, he had a few opportunities where he had a bit more clinical edge. He could have scored himself, got an assist, and he just didn't. So I don't think he's not upgradable. And the players we have coming back like Lavia, you have Cuckoo there now. You've got wingers you could fit in. You've got Enzo there coming back. Why am I relying on Gallagher to be my main player moving forward?
So here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, and everyone should remember this. They've been trying to sell this guy since last January, not this January or the summer. He didn't want to leave last January for Everton.
Yeah, we had an offer for him.
Everton put in a bid. So
45 mil.
We've been willing to sell this guy since last January. So no one should be shocked. If you're shocked, because he's playing well to your standards, then that's fine. But no one should be shocked if he leaves because we're trying to sell him for like last year. So we all know why he's being sold. He's being sold, but we all know he's pure profit. He's pure profit on the balance books. That's what he is for FFP reasons. And they want to spend big again. That indicates to me they want to spend big, whether in January or next summer they want to spend big
I think Harden Chukwuemeka could do a job in there.
The only question I do have is I understand improving on him because I don't think he's good enough for you. But in terms of availability, which we know is the best ability, Lavia hasn't proven yet he can stay fit.
Yeah.
You mentioned Leslie there. Can he stay fit? And Kunku's just come in. You don't really know how he's going to perform in reality. Mm-hmm. I just think selling him this January you could find it could be a bit premature considering everyone else isn't settled. If Lavia doesn't get any more injuries and Caicedo and Enzo, everyone starts to cook together, then great. But if you get a couple of injuries to those players again, it could be peak. So it's going to be an interesting one. I want to do some more of these super chats here before we get to the end of the show. This year says from age